Red Sox back episode 45. Happy belated Easter to everyone watching. It's a fabulous
Those
Monday.
celebrate.
For those who celebrate, yes, it's a happy Monday as well. Happy season opener if you're a Red Sox fan. Happy belated season opener, I guess. Despite the team and by the look of Tom, you can tell the start to the Red Sox season being one of the worst starts in franchise history, which is absolutely insane. The Bruins are a little bit on a cold streak right now. They've lost their past three within one goal, I believe. They're on the verge of a playoff spot. They'll make the playoffs. I don't know how far they'll go, though. Maybe we'll touch on that. And then the Boston Celtics are pretty much the only light at the end of the tunnel for Boston sports at the moment, with Jason Tatum almost dropping a triple-double every single night. Jaylen Brown doing Jaylen Brown things, and the team pretty much securing the number 2 seed. Patriots news, nothing, unless you want to be a delusional fan and think you're going to get A.J. Brown within the next week. Not going to happen.
That would be me.
Tom is like half here at the moment. He's not
mental psychosis.
Tom's not feeling too well, both mentally and physically. That's why I'm hosting today. And then mentally, he's not okay.
They never asked me to host. They just expect me to show up.
Tom didn't ask you.
Yeah, he never has.
Do you want to host today, Sarah? We're talking Sox.
No.
That's what I thought.
All right, Sarah, tell me everything you know about Wilson Contreras.
He stinks.
Who the fuck is that?
I mean, pretty much.
Is he the pitcher?
No, he's the first baseman.
Tell me everything you know. Tell me everything you know about Caleb Durbin.
He's very, very short, and he stinks.
I don't know who that is.
It's okay. He stinks.
Anyway, though, we start every show off the same. Not with Tom's sickness. We started off with Sarah's tone setter. Sarah, do we have a tone setter for today?
Yeah,
How are we feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Uconn beat Duke, so that means that Josh is out of March Madness. Tom is now out of March Madness.
I've been out of March Madness.
I know. But the funny thing is that I'm in a group with 14 people who all know college basketball and basketball in general. I'm the only one with no knowledge, and I was in first place.
That's how every March Madness goes, I feel like, though. Like you'll have like this massive league with everyone, and all the guys who know March Madness and follow college ball will all make their brackets, and they'll all get busted within the first day. But then you'll have this like one person who doesn't follow a lick of college ball, and somehow they have like the number one. They have the number one bracket.
That's me. I was in first place, and then some dude named Ryan is now ahead of me because he had Uconn in the final, and I had Florida.
Yeah,
so Florida.
Can I just say how like this is my worst nightmare when it comes to like the Natty, which is tonight at 8:50 p.m. by the way. Like why is it so late? Can we talk about that for a second?
These start times have been atrocious.
8:50 p.m. start time Eastern Standard Time. So by the time this game ends, it's gonna end up being midnight.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not watching that.
Yeah,
I have day. I'm so bad. I have work at 6. I don't know if I can stay up for this whole thing. Like, I want Michigan to win because then I'll be 2 in a row. No, I'll be 3 for 3. Who won last year? Whoever, I think Uconn.
Florida.
Florida?
Florida.
Did I have Florida last year?
Gators.
I had them winning. I won last year, I know that. And I won the year before too.
So Uconn.
Yeah.
This is honestly like my worst nightmare.
I wasn't playing Uconn this year.
This was my worst nightmare for the matchup, Uconn versus Michigan, as a Michigan State fan. First of all, I don't want Michigan here. Michigan blows.
Yeah.
And then Uconn, who has made 3 out of the past 4 national championships.
They're very good.
Yeah.
I don't like Dan Hurley. I think he's kind of a douche, but he's very good at his job.
He's so good. And so, like,
Michigan, or not Michigan, the end of the Uconn Duke game, that was fucking crazy.
Oh my God, yeah. We haven't talked about that since.
That
was a crazy. All you had to do was hold on to the ball and get fouled. And they played the risky game of playing hot potato with it, trying to keep it out of the hands of UConn. And was it Caden Boozer? Which Boozer was it?
It was Caden.
Caden.
I think yeah.
I believe it was Caden.
I believe early.
One of the Boozers threw a pass, and it literally that's like I'm not blaming Boozer for that. Like,
I'm talking about the guy that made the shot. I'm like, okay.
No. Boozer was the one.
Brandon Mueller or something like that is the kid who made the shot.
Yeah, Boozer was the one who took the pass that got tipped. I'm not blaming Boozer for that play. I think that was entirely on Duke as a team and the coaching and their whole plan going into those last few seconds. Because that's all it took. One little tip, and UConn gets a shot of a lifetime, and your worst nightmare happened. So, I mean, if we want to talk about who we're blaming, I'm blaming it on the coaching, obviously. You should have told your guys, just hold on to the ball, and we'll have this in the bag. You should have played the safe game.
I mean, they blew like a 20-point lead, though, too.
That is true. They did also blow a 19-point lead, if you want to go into that. But, I was more or less talking about that very last play. I mean, I think you should have played the safe game. Just hold on to the ball, take the free throws, and you can end it the safe way. But they really wanted to go with high risk, high reward with playing hot potato with the ball.
I'm going to be so honest. I don't even like Duke to begin with.
No one does.
It's like, ugh. And I supported Duke for a little bit because that's where my sister wanted to go to college. And then for some weird reason, they didn't take her. And like that just like blew my mind. I think they waitlisted her. And I was like, and then she got in. But she had already committed to Elon. So I was just like, I don't know. But then I have beef with Duke because of that. But I also just like, I feel like UConn's had its time. Let Michigan in.
UConn, and I mean, if you're watching the UConn and Duke game, it's a hard watch. It's a lose-lose situation where, UConn is so recent, making a couple of the past championships and winning one of them, that you don't want to root for the team that's always been there within the past couple of years. You want someone new. But then at the same time, if you know college basketball, 99% of the college basketball nation hates Duke, especially during the Coach K era, and so no one wants to see them back in it. So it was a lose-lose game. You had to watch one of those two.
Well, I needed UConn to win. I had UConn winning that game somehow. I don't even remember. I like blacked out when I black out when I pick my brackets or when I make them.
I don't really put. I'll put like thought into one bracket, but then the rest will kind of just go willy-nilly.
So this bracket that I made with you guys, I did not intend on like joining that group. I just did it last minute. I think I did it the night before my game started. And I am sitting in bed half asleep and I'm just like going through and picking randomly.
That's who always wins.
Last year I put thought into it.
A little fun question before we go into Boston sports. Do you genuinely believe there will be a perfect bracket in our lifetime?
Yes.
You do, Tom?
Yes. We're all in our 20s, and in like 2011, there was a kid who was like 5 games away.
You know the number because you believe you'll be that one.
One of 9-point-something quintillion.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
I don't think there will ever be a perfect bracket unless time travel is real.
I mean, maybe not, because they are looking to expand the tournament to 76 teams, which I think is kind of stupid. Yeah, I think it's perfect at 64 where it is right now. They're looking to expand it. The odds are only going to get worse, but at some point in time, someone's going to have to get lucky enough to hit it. And for a while, nobody thought a 16 seed would ever beat a 1 seed, and we've seen in the past 10 years two 16 seeds win in the first round against a 1 seed. So it's possible, but I don't think it'll be for a while if they do expand the tourney.
Yeah, it's not.
You have to think about it though. Like some teams, everyone has a bad day, and like every team has a bad game. And so if you get lucky, you get lucky. But March Madness is not the time you want to have bad games.
No, but that's why they call it March Madness, because you can. It's all about the upsets.
I like it.
The fun little upsets. I will say though, this year was kind of disappointing. With the only true upset team, like the Cinderella this year, was Iowa, but Iowa was a 9 seed.
What about Gonzaga?
What were they, a 3? Yeah. Oh yeah, they lost to Texas.
It was Texas, Tennessee.
Yeah, they lost. No, they lost.
I think that's just the. I think that's just the world of NIL, like coming to really affecting the tournament. Like the upset side.
I only like Gonzaga because I like saying the word Gonzaga.
I don't know the actual number, but there's a lot of students entering the transfer portal now because of the NIL, and they're getting all these new deals now. I know personally, my Michigan State is staying the way it is because, Coach Izzo believes in loyalty, so we're not going anywhere. But if you look across so many other teams, especially the smaller teams, the smaller schools, a lot of guys are transferring out of there because of these NIL deals.
To make money, do it.
I mean, yeah, fair. If you're a college ball player and you're offered like $200,000 to go play some hoops, I don't know why the hell you wouldn't take that.
Because at the end of the day, you're loyal to you and you're loyal to your family.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have scholarships.
True.
A lot of people have to pay a ton of money to go to college. And then not only pay for classes and books and like housing and stuff like that. Like you have to pay for gear, food. If you have a car, you have to pay for gas. I spent $100 on gas today.
I spent $60. I was shocked. Yeah.
The gas prices here are like $5.10.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What do you drive?
I drive a Jeep.
Okay. Oh, that's why. That's why. Those things guzzle gas like a sinkhole.
They do, but that's the thing though, is that I only fill my tank like once every like 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. You're fine then.
Like I'm good about saving it. It's just I've never had the most I've ever paid for gas is $70.
Ew.
Yeah. Just living on Martha's Vineyard, like it's already more expensive.
Yeah, it's like
we've always hung out in the 4s. I'm happy when it's like $3.90.
God, I remember when it was only $20 to fill my tank.
I know. Half a tank was $20.
I know. Whoa, what a time.
What a time that was. Oh, high school.
But the thing I like about the NIL is that we're only in the beginning of it. Like we've barely kind of cracked it at this point, and now the government is getting involved with it.
They're gonna shut it down.
Donald Trump's already passing a bill to like start some regulations, and so now it's like.
All I want to say is, Trump, stay the fuck out of my sports.
That's so sneaky. I don't dislike what he's trying to do with the sports.
I don't know what he's trying to do with sports.
So it's supposed to be
involved.
What I agree with, you're supposed to only get. I mean, agreed, but I think it's supposed to be you only get 5 years of eligibility, so we won't see those like 27-year-old eighth year seniors playing college sports anymore. You get a redshirt year, then you have so that's 1 year, and then you have your 4 years, and you can only transfer once before like taking penalties.
Honestly, I agree with that.
I like how they're starting regulation, but then again, I mean, like if you have the government getting involved with your sports, I mean, it could lead to endless possibilities.
I mean, the NCAA is literally governed by Charlie Baker.
Pretty much, yeah. Who was the governor of Massachusetts at one point.
That's actually really funny.
But I think it's interesting to see how this is really going to change for college sports, whether it's for better or worse. I'm still very on the fence if it's going to be for better or worse, because I see the positivities, but I see the negativities as well, and I don't think one has really swayed over the others. I don't know. I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah, only time will tell.
Are we keeping that paper bag on for the whole episode? Okay. So why don't we address what's on your paper bag? Can you back up? Is there something more on that paper bag?
No. It just says fan down here too, but I crossed it out because this is where my mic sits, so it makes sense because you can see it.
The Red Sox. Boy, am I having the greatest time of my life with the Red Sox. 2-7, baby. Who would have known? Who would have known that we would be here?
Worst team in Major League Baseball record-wise.
Literally the worst team in Major League Baseball right now. Worst start in the first 9 games in franchise history, statistically too. There are so many questions to ask for this Boston Red Sox team. I mean, what's going on with the defense? Why can't they use the ABS system correctly? Is it Cora's fault? Is it Breslow's fault? How much are you putting on John Henry as well? I mean, they were chanting "sell the team" at yesterday's game. I personally don't think there is any chance in hell John Henry will sell the team, but I know you're upset. I'm sorry. I'm telling everyone, John Henry.
Yeah, I know it's not going to
sell the team. It won't
it's not
happen.
Gonna happen.
No matter
it makes
how
way
much
too much money.
He makes
especially since because Fenway Sportsbook wants to enter the NBA, and with those two NBA teams coming to the league in 28, 29, and they're going to cost like 7 to 10 billion. He's going to need Fenway. That's why you're going to see the Red Sox. They're not going to spend. You can watch. They won't spend money for the next 7 years. You watch, because they're going to be saving up for this new sports team in the NBA. They're going to dump $7 billion in there. So all the money, the Rafael Devers money that they never reinvested, is going to the Las Vegas whatever basketball team. The Alex Bregman money that they never reinvested when they lost on Alex Bregman in free agency went to Ranger Suarez, who is terrible as your four-hole pitcher. He's got like a 4 ERA so far. I know it's only 2 starts, but man, if you had told me the Sox would score 6 runs and lose a game this year, I would have been like, okay, once in a blue moon that happens. But holy crap, do they suck, Josh?
It's again, there's so many questions to ask. Like, why does Ranger Suarez suck? Who do you put the blame on? Like, can they do anything going forward? Like, can they change this around? But I know a ton of people. First thing I want to get to is a ton of people are saying, "Oh, it's way too early in the season, to really be worrying about the Red Sox. We still have 100 and something games left." I hate that. I hate when people say it's too early in the season. On paper, if you look at it, the Red Sox suck right now. Something needs to change. I don't care if we have 100+ games left of the season. I don't care if there's 100. I don't care if there's 50 games left. I don't care if there's 1 game left. You suck. Right now, you need to fix it.
Yeah, it's just like, yes, there are 150-something games left to go. So, like, yes, you're not wrong when you say it is early in the season. But the issues isn't that, like, it's not like, the roster needs just to Core needs to figure out the lineup and like how to best utilize the roster. Like, the roster is just bad. Like, from a fundamental standpoint, the roster is bad. You don't have a lot of power. Your defense is you're supposed to win games on pitching and defense. And your pitching sucks besides Garrett Crochet. And Sonny Gray had a good second outing, so maybe you can rely on him. But jury's still out on that. And like, Connor Early struggling early in the season. He had a decent first start. He had a, wishy-washy second start, and we're only going through, only about to be through the rotation 2 times, but it's still like, okay, the pitching hasn't shown you like the stuff that you want, like they're out there shoving like we wanted them to. And then defensively, I mean, Trevor Story is a suspect defender. Roman Anthony, who I love, he's got a pool noodle for an arm in left field, what it looks like. Cedon Rafaela is missing balls that he usually catches, and he might be, and I love Cedon Rafaela, he might be the worst player in Major League Baseball at using the ABS system.
Oh,
and like,
for sure, yeah.
That is not. I don't know. I'm sure there's a stat out there that shows you that. I know somebody's tracking it on Twitter. I'm sure there's a stat out there to just like showcase how bad the Red Sox are using the ABS system.
They're like bottom 3. They're
like
bottom 3.
Cedon might be the worst. The worst at using the AB. Like, 0-1 count first at bat. Yeah, let's challenge that first pitch.
Let me ask you this.
Cedon, buddy, what are we doing?
Are you blaming Cedon for that, or are you blaming Alex Cora for that?
So, like, it's 50-50. Like, Cedon needs to know, like, better. Like, hey, you have a pretty crappy, you have a pretty bad awareness of what the strike zone is. You probably shouldn't be doing it. But Alex Cora also needs to crack the whip.
Exactly.
Okay, Cedon, you can't challenge pitches. If you challenge pitches, you're going to get benched, which is a shame because I do still think he has the capability of being the best center fielder in the outfield when it comes to catching balls. But he's just like, besides Wilyer Abreu, I'm trying to think of somebody else on this team. I'm like, ooh, they're playing really, like, Marcelo Meyer's playing good ball.
I think Meyer is Meyer's very 50-50 for me, where he'll hit an absolute bomb and get some couple base hits. He had that 1 homer against the Reds, I believe. Was that
against the Astros? It was against the lefty. Yeah, and again, they didn't want to play him against lefties, but look what happens when you give him a chance to learn how to hit him against a lefty.
Yeah, but Marcelo Meyer's 50-50 for me, where he'll hit an absolute bomb or get some few base hits, but then he'll go out there and look so streaky and inconsistent. So he's
still a young player.
Yeah, like it's 50-50 for me with Meyer right now, but going back,
he's not the guy I'm looking to take aim at and just obliterate. He's not.
Yeah, but with the ABS and Rafaela, I'm putting that way more on Alex Cora, just because Like, yeah, you can say that Rafaela is bad at the ABS, but at some point you need to know that Rafaela is bad at the ABS. And so that now lands on Cora, and Cora needs to put B to A and tell him that if I do not want you calling any ABS challenges unless it is like the bottom of the 8th or the 9th and we're like down by 1 run. If it's the second inning and we have zero outs with an empty count, don't challenge it. I like even if it's a kind of a bad call by the ump, don't challenge it. Just don't. Alex Cora needs to put some discipline in this team. Unless you are Roman Anthony, Marcelo Meyer, or I'll give it to Willie Abreu now. If you're not one of those three, I do not want you challenging any pitch until the 7th inning.
So like,
unless it is
like Narvaez, I would give Narvaez the ability to, just because he's a catcher, he has a good like grasp of the strike zone.
Yeah. I'll say that. If it's batting wise, I want Anthony, Abreu, and Meyer challenging. But if you're talking about defense, then we can throw in Narvaez as well, and maybe the pitcher, depending on who it is.
So like, yeah, we've obviously. I was thinking about this before we came on. The optimism I had in the lineup, but after the WBC, because they were hitting well, Duran was hitting well. Roman Anthony was tearing the cover off the ball. Yoshida was hitting well. And don't even get me started on Masataka Yoshida. He might be my least favorite athlete in Boston right now.
Really? I mean, that is like, he had a good hit against I
don't care. He stinks. He stinks. I don't know. Like, Yoshida's in the lineup today at DH, and I'm just angry to see that. I am so mad when I see Yoshida in my lineup. It really ruins my day. I just don't know what we're doing with him anymore. Like, can we just Phantom IL him or just have him go play for the Red Sox? I don't know what we do with Yoshida, but I just don't want to see him playing for the Red Sox. And he is like genuinely my least favorite player in Boston sports right now. And I don't even think it's close. Like, it's not even close to who I can't stand and watch play sports more as much. Like, Caleb Durbin's annoying because like that's who your Alex Bregman replacement was. I would have been so much happier if they just spent the money on Ranger Suarez, that they took that money, added it to the Bregman contract, just overpaid the soul out of Alex Bregman. That's your third baseman, and then you have Peyton Tolley be your 5-hole pitcher. I would have been so much happier with that right now than the actual lineup we have currently. My favorite thing to do with Caleb Durbin is just to bet on him to suck. Like, that's literally what I've come to. Like, I'm betting on him to suck. I'm betting on Willson Contreras to suck, even though Willie's low-key the best free agent signing that they've had. But that's not saying much because this free agent class is terrible, Josh. Absolutely terrible. And it's just an exact 180 from what happened last year, where Bresbot hit on literally every free agent. He has missed so far. If the season ends today, which I know it's not, but these games all count the same as the games that come up in July, August, September, which is why, ultimately you want to be winning this. I mean, Josh, they're 9 games into the season, and they are already 5 games back from the Yankees.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy. Embarrassing. It's just crazy. I mean, talk about, like, I know it's so early, you don't want to look too far ahead, but at some point in time, like I said, this isn't like the roster needs to, like, core figuring out how to get the most from this roster. It's just the roster is fundamentally flawed from every aspect that you play baseball. Like, they're not good at hitting. They're not good at pitching unless it's Crochet out there. Like, I don't trust Sonny Gray yet, but he can earn my trust. Connor the Early can earn my trust as well, but I wouldn't call them great at pitching, and their defense isn't good. And what is the philosophy of this team and how they're going to win games? Their philosophy is, okay, we might only score 2 runs on 9 hits, but you're going to score 1 run. And I don't think they've tried to team out the entire season, Josh.
So two things you brought up that I like. One, going back to kind of like the ABS with the pitching, if you're going to be relying on pitching throughout this whole season to have you win those games are going to end up being 1-run games, 2-run games. And at some point, you're going to come down to a game where you're going to have a controversial call, a controversial pitch, and you're out of ABS challenges because Cora didn't put belt to A on Rafaela, and he blew through them in the 2nd or 3rd inning, and now you're in the 8th or 9th, down by 1, and you have no ABS challenges, and you just got called for a strike, which was blatantly a ball. So I think that is definitely going to bite them in the ass if they're going to be relying on pitching, yet they can't use the ABS system late in the game because they're just going to blow through them. And the second thing, you say that the roster is just fundamentally terrible.
Like, it's just flawed fundamentally.
So if I were to ask you the big question of who are you blaming for the Red Sox struggles, I assume you're putting that on Breslow and or John Henry mainly.
So yeah, because I think the roster is flawed from a fundamental standpoint.
More than the players in Cora, you're putting it more on Breslow.
The players aren't very good. Like Roman Anthony's not playing well at all. He's struggling early on in the season, but he's also a 21-year-old kid. I know he's good. Like I have complete faith he's going to figure it out in the long run.
Before you continue, there is way too much pressure on Roman Anthony.
Yeah, but if you look at the roster, who did they surround him with as a veteran leader to help him develop into the superstar that we want him to be? He doesn't have a veteran lead like Trevor Story. Trevor Story's had one good season with the Red Sox, and it was last year. And from the looks of it, that'll be his only good season as a Red Sox because he sucks right now.
They've got Alex Bregman. Oh wait, no, they don't. Never mind.
No. And Bregman's batting 158 right now in Chicago. But I think the things he does from a locker room standpoint, like look at Roman Anthony 2.5 months ago in the WBC when Bregman was on his team and he was mashing, and now he has no Bregman. He's not mashing. So yes, it's only 9 games without Bregman, but so far we can make that correlation that with Alex Bregman, Roman Anthony very, very good, and not with Bregman very, very average. So that's one thing right there. But obviously you lean more on Breslow because he put this team together, and Breslow is the guy who takes the blame because at the end of the day, he puts the roster together. He makes the calls. But I'm not going to leave John Henry out of this. I will get to John Henry, I promise. It's just, I don't hate Breslow going with the philosophy of, okay, we're not going to get the biggest hitters. We're going to go for the best pitchers, and we're going to go for the best defense. While everyone else there is trying to score 10 runs a game, we're going to try and score 5 runs and hold you to 4 runs. I don't hate that from a philosophical standpoint. I don't hate trying to win games off of pitching and defense. I don't hate it. And then you just have smart base running. It's just you don't have smart base running, and you just blatantly don't have enough power. And it's okay, maybe if you brought in the right guys, you could be doing the pitching and defense strategy. But Caleb Durbin's not the right guy for that. I don't think Wilson Contreras is the right guy from that. I don't think Trevor Story is the right guy for that at this point in time in his career. And I don't think currently Roman Anthony and St. are playing up to that level right now where you can expect them to do that. Maybe in 3 or 4 years when they're in the prime of their careers, hopefully you can rely on them to be that, okay, you guys can be our best hitters on this team. Abreu, Rafaela, Roman Anthony, maybe you can, okay, this can be, your top of the order, your middle of the order, your trustworthy guys in the lineup that can hit the ball and get you some runs, and then everybody else can just play really good defense. It's just, fundamentally flawed, and yes, Breslow put it together, but I also think Breslow is handcuffed when it comes to building this roster. I don't think he's told, go out there and build the best roster you can, no matter what. I think he is 1,000, sorry, I'm adjusting the bag. I think he is 1,000% told, you have X amount of money to play with here. Do not go over that. And in a sport where there is no salary cap and you have to compete against teams, not only like the Yankees who are in your own division, you're competing against teams like the Orioles who went out and got Pete Alonso. You have the Blue Jays who were just in the World Series last year. You have to be against those top teams, but you also have to look further out west. Making the playoffs is cool, but this is Boston. This is Titletown, as Sara would say. We don't celebrate anything besides championships and duck butt parades, okay? At the end of the day, if you want to win the World Series, you have to compete with the Los Angeles Dodgers. They have built an Avengers-level team out west with the amount of money they have spent and dumped into this roster. You have to find a way to compete with that. And you're not going to compete with that when you're shopping in the discount aisle at Shaw's and Star Market. You're just not going to do it. So yes, Breslow is the guy to blame, but John Henry is what's the word I'm looking for here?
He's the puppeteer.
Shit.
He's the puppet master.
Damn.
Yeah.
From what you
sweating under this bag right now. I've committed to the bit, Sara.
Okay. So here, I'll put it in a little metaphor. What you see on stage is the puppet, which is Craig Breslow, but the guy controlling it is John Henry. John Henry is the one controlling it because he's only giving Craig Breslow so much money, or so little money, I should say. And again, with the NBA expansion and the Fenway Sports Group wanting to go into those two teams, I mean, the money is not going to go to free agency in baseball. Instead, it's going to go to the expansion of the Seattle Supersonics new franchise, and that Zach LaVine will be getting Red Sox money instead. So that will be fun.
At least I'm a Zach LaVine fan.
They need to stop shopping at Walmart and start shopping at Louis Vuitton.
Damn straight, Sara.
Sarah's not wrong there. Just like gone are the days, and it's a shame because we didn't really get to live them as well. Like in the early 2000s, where they were just going out and getting heavy hitters in free agency. They were like, okay, here's a blank checkbook, Theo Epstein, go out there and get the best guys you need to get. And it's sad we missed those, and I just don't know. Like unless there's a salary cap put in place, which I know John Henry is pushing for in the next CBA coming up. I just like, I know it's very early, but as down bad as you can be as a Red Sox fan right now, as I am, I just like don't know how they're going to compete for world championships with this philosophy of we have to be like Moneyball doesn't work. The movie is a great movie, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's another point. But that's the thing though, is that if you want to win a World Series, you got to put your money where your mouth is.
Yes, exactly.
Rich people, millionaires, all those people, they didn't make money without spending it.
Which I think alludes to I mean, speaking of the money, all these owners want money, and again, that's going to lead back to my original point that there is in my eyes, there is a 0% chance that John Henry's going to sell the team, despite people wanting him out, despite people chanting to sell the team. There is a 0% chance John Henry is going to sell a team. I want you to be in the perspective of an NBA owner, and I want you to look at me in the face if you're an NBA owner and be like, yeah, let me sell my $1 billion team that makes me so much money. They're not going to do that. They make so much money off this shit, man. Like, they make so much. It'd be an idiot to sell it. I don't blame John Henry for not selling the team.
So are we talking baseball or basketball?
Baseball.
Well,
John Henry's
because there's an NBA expansion coming in, and we think it's pretty like common knowledge that John Henry wants it on the NBA.
When you said NBA, I was like, wait, I thought we were talking about basketball.
Yeah. There's rumors stirring that John Henry, despite being a baseball owner, wants to purchase some stake in the new NBA expansion teams that are in talks at the moment.
Why are they expanding the NBA?
Money.
Because they want to.
They want to. They want.
That's the other thing, though, is that like you're gonna ruin it.
I mean,
were you saying you'll ruin it? Like, what will be ruined?
If you add more teams, I'm sorry, but there's the NFL and there's the XFL. No one fucking watches the XFL.
Well, there's the G League and the NBA. No one watches that.
No one watches that. No one watches minor league baseball.
Which is why they're throwing in 2 extra expansion teams to not only give more revenue for the cities of Seattle and Las Vegas, but they're also just going to bring in more games for more eyes to watch on the television. Yeah, they will.
People will watch it.
People will watch it.
Okay, sorry. Don't give men more sports. Why don't we push women's sports?
The WNBA is also expanding, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the NBA has the WNBA has expansions in, I believe, crud, I forget the cities already. I think Kansas City's one. No, Philly's one.
The Connecticut Sun just moved somewhere. I know that.
It's Philly. They're getting an expansion team in Philly.
I don't know the other one. The only WNBA news I know is Angel Reese got traded today to the Atlanta team.
No, this is killing me because I should know this.
Apparently, Angel Reese was like talking, and she was like, "Well, I make $1,400 in a week. You guys make that in 7 days."
I knew one was like it's Cleveland, Detroit, and Philly. Those are the new WNBA teams coming in 2028, 29, and 2030.
Okay,
so they're doing one a year.
Yeah, so they're going to bring in one.
I sneaky like that a lot more than the NBA doing 2 in 1 season. I sneaky like that.
So I mean, they're expanding both WNBA and NBA.
I mean, I'll agree with Sarah that I'll agree with Sarah that the NBA doesn't really need to expand from the fact that there's probably 4 or 5 teams who could just take at the NBA right now because they suck. Like the Jazz are terrible, the Wizards are terrible, the Nets are terrible. Who else is in that top 5? You probably don't need the talent style. I don't know if the talent, yes, the NBA is as talented as it's ever been. I don't know if it's there yet where they should be adding 2 more teams. I don't think it's there yet.
I also don't even think, I mean, you could make, I'm excited for them to add 2 new teams.
I mean, don't get twisted. I'm going to be super excited to see it go down.
But I also think if you wanted an ultimatum, you could also move some teams in the NBA. Not to back up what he said about slandering this specific city. You could move Memphis, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Memphis is your best city. You got Nashville in the same state. And then you could also Memphis was in Vancouver. The Grizzlies were originally from Vancouver, so you could throw them back in Vancouver if you want to.
I wouldn't put another team in Canada yet.
Well, I'm just saying, I feel like Vancouver's a bigger city than Memphis.
I mean,
But
yeah. I mean, and then you have a whole country behind you, pretty much.
Yeah, if you want to, you could move them to Seattle or Vegas. Hell, you could take the OKC Thunder. Oklahoma City is not a big city. Move them back to Seattle, really.
Now, they're they have championship pedigree now. I am glad that they're going to relinquish all like the stats back to Seattle when they come back.
I do respect that as well. It goes back to that city, which I really do respect.
Can we just stay on basketball, though? I'm just so worked up about the Red Sox. They play the Brewers today. They're going to get spanked again. So it's going to be 2-8 pretty soon.
Hold on. Last thing about baseball. Shout out my sister who's getting the first pitch tonight.
Oh, that's sick.
She'll probably be the 6th best pitcher for the Red Sox.
She'll probably be the first one, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Crochet's still a dog. I mean, Greg Weiser, the reliever, might be one of the worst relievers I've seen in my entire life.
How'd she get
her job? I don't know.
Oh, cool.
Tufts is close with the Red Sox.
Prediction for her pitch. How well?
Oh, she's throwing that. She's going to bounce that sucker. There's not a chance of the plate.
No, inside the. You don't think she'll reach the plate?
Well, where's she going to throw it from? Is she going to throw it from the mound or is she going to throw it from the grass?
I assume she'll. Oh, actually,
she's going to throw it from the grass and she's going to bounce it, bro. Dude, what if Lauren has like one of those top 5 worst, like you see the YouTube videos where it's like top 10 worst MLB first pitches, like Carly Rae Jepsen when she skies it 75 feet to the left? Oh, that'd be so funny.
I mean,
I'm gonna back up Josh's sister. I think she's gonna do it perfect.
I will also back up my sister. I'll give her. She throws it inside the box.
I think she's gonna hit home plate, dead center.
I think she will throw it straight into the strike zone. I'll give her hope.
I hope she does great, but if I'm betting, she's gonna bounce it.
If it's close, I'm gonna call ABS. I'll call ABS on it.
Josh can call a challenge for it.
I'm gonna call a better challenge on my sister's first pitch than Sunday and Rafaela has with
Cedon.
Cedon, whatever. So even though the Red Sox are kind of like the highlight of Boston within the past 2 weeks and how god awful they have been.
I mean, they've been dominating the market. I mean, when you're 8 games in and your team's already having fans chant "sell the team," things are bad. Things are very bad.
8 games in.
9
games in.
And they opened what, last Thursday?
Yeah, they played pretty. Their home opener was Friday. They played 6 games before that. They had 2 days off, I think. I don't know. They play pretty much every day in baseball.
Pretty much.
So stupid.
They get like 1 day off a week.
They actually have a stretch coming up, but they play like 11 days in a row.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Actually ridiculous. That is so stupid.
How do you think they get 162 in? They play 162 games in baseball, Sarah, in a season.
From what month are we in? April.
End of March to early October.
Yeah. Or not September.
Or late September. But you got to think, like, every pitcher doesn't pitch every single day. Pitchers only go every 5 days, pretty much. Every batter, like, you're only getting 4 at-bats usually in a game. And, like, you're in the outfield, and sometimes the ball won't even get hit to you in the outfield. So there is a lot of, like, I believe the stat is there's actually only 27 minutes of action in a baseball game, is what the average is. So, like, yeah, they play every day, but it's also not like, okay, this guy's up there at the plate 10 times in the game and he's fielding 15 balls an inning.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't want to slander the sport, but if we're looking at if we're looking at the 4 majors, it is the sport where you are physically not doing the most compared to the other 3. I'm not slandering, but I'm just saying there is a lot more downtime in baseball. Hence why it was also called America's pastime. But yeah, there's a lot of downtime, so a lot of rest, a lot of recovery. And you don't need too much rest and recovery because again, you may
unless you're a starting pitcher, you need that.
Yeah, you may not even
literally throw your arm out every night.
If you're in the outfield, the ball might not even come to you. You might only get like a couple at bats. So there's not much recovery needed compared to other sports. But I don't want to cross sports. Speaking of other sports, though, even though Red Sox are the main highlight, even though it's a bad highlight of the week, do not let it stir you away from the team that is actually doing really good, which that is the
Bruins.
The Bruins have stumbled as of late.
All right, hold on.
The Bruins better.
Real quick, the Bruins are doing good. They're doing good. They're gonna make the playoffs, but their last 3 games I haven't liked. And so I don't know how far they'll go into the playoffs.
I don't know if they're mathematically like guaranteed to be in the playoffs, but I think what are they 5 points ahead of Ottawa? They got a point last night.
Yeah.
It'll come down to the wire, but yeah, they're not playing great as of late. It's just so interesting that we have like if you were to put a straight line, sitting all the way left and all the way right, the Red Sox are all the way on the bad side. The Bruins are pretty much in the middle, and the Celtics are all the way on the right, where it's like, okay, not contending with the Celtics, they're killing it. The Bruins, okay, they're giving me some worries. They're stumbling a little bit. They're tripping on the ice, but they're going to be fine at the end of the day and make the playoffs. And I think they're going to be a team that can make things interesting come playoff time. And then all the way to the left, and then you go past that, like 50 feet of crap past left, you have the Boston Red Sox. So it really is interesting that we have, like, literally on the spectrum of how worried are you about each team, the three teams going, you have literally every emotion available right now.
But here's the even crazier part to even go off that. The teams that were supposed to be well this season are doing terrible. And the teams that we kind of predicted to do bad, that being the Patriots and the Celtics, are amazing. The Patriots just went to the Super Bowl, and now the Celtics just got Jason Tatum back. They're pretty solidified in the number 2 seed, and they can make a legitimate run at the NBA championship, which is mind-boggling. Like, we expected the Boston Red Sox, even though they only made the wild card and got knocked out by the Yankees last season, we still expected them to kind of be right back there, if not a little bit better.
If you had said at the end of last Red Sox season, before the NBA season started, which team has a better next year coming up, the Celtics or the Red Sox? The Red Sox would have been more popular. The only one I'll give you, I don't think anyone thought this was going to happen with the Bruins. Like, the Bruins are absolutely, like, shocking the world right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to say shocking the world because they're still just a 7th seed, but they're shocking Boston.
People genuinely thought that the Bruins were going to be, like, the worst team.
I thought they were going to be, like, the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
No.
Based off what happened last season, in the offseason moves, it really looked like the Boston Bruins were going to be the worst team, but it's like, now they're kind of middle of the road. They're good, not great. There's more improvement. Maybe James Higgins comes into play.
Yeah, I just think that you have guys finally planning up to contracts that you sign them to. Like, Swayman's finally planning up to a standard that's somewhat close to the contract he signed. Pasta's obviously great. You get a career year from Geeky. Lindholm is figuring it out. Pavel Zacha's figuring it out. Knustonov, if that's how you say his last name, is Loki kind of putting things together. Zadorov's not the worst skater I've seen in my entire life this season, which is great.
I'm waiting to hear someone. Charlie McAvoy?
Oh, honestly, shame on me because McAvoy's having a career year as well, in my opinion, and he's had like 3 jaw surgeries. So shout out McAvoy because he not only was he took a puck to the face, lost. He's honestly, if you see him without his teeth, his face is just messed up now. I kind of feel bad for the guy. Like, he is taking a beating this year, and he's playing really good hockey. So good on you, Sarah, for correcting me because I completely forgot about it.
And he won a gold medal.
I mean, yeah, and he was a big part of that as well. So McAvoy's having a great year as well.
A little small question. Do you guys think Swayman is the goalie for the Bruins?
I go back and forth all the time on Swayman because he's so hot and cold.
It's so back and forth with him. There are times where he literally seems like one of the best goalies in the league, where he stands on his head every night, but then he'll have like a stretch or two where he's letting pucks in left and right.
So there's a solution to that. It's bring back Lindholm. Not Lindholm. What's his name? Ullmark. Bring back Ullmark.
So I don't know if Ullmark's the solution, but I will admit Korpisalo sucks.
He does.
Yeah, bring back Ullmark. They had a great relationship, and it would give Swayman a break.
See, I think they have a guy in Providence who's supposedly pretty good in between the pipes.
I don't want him. I want Ullmark back.
Well, you're just not going to get Ullmark back.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. I do think the Ullmark trade was a factor in the. I think it was a factor in. No, I think the worst thing was getting rid of Montgomery, but I think the Ullmark.
Okay.
No, I think honestly, I think the worst move was Montgomery. I think the Ullmark trade had a factor into Swayman not having a good start to the year, especially last year. Was a big factor considering the two of them had such great chemistry and off ice chemistry. Yeah. But I think time heals all wounds, and I kind of do think Swayman has accepted the fact that Ullmark is gone, and now he's kind of like he is the 1-1 in between the pipes almost every single night. And so I think Swayman has kind of gone to the fact where he has accepted that Ullmark is gone and that he is the goalie of this team. But I'm still 50-50 on him, whether I think he's like the goalie of the league or not. I need to see them in the playoff. I need to see them in the playoffs if I can consider Swayman to be the guy. I need to see a playoff run.
I think I'd have a little bit more confidence in him if he ended up being the chosen goalie for the gold medal game. But his Olympic performance was not great.
No, he was really bad.
So that doesn't give me hope. But then, I don't know. I've seen him play very well. So I know
he's a top 15 save percentage in the NHL right now.
I know he's capable of being that guy and stepping up and having a shutout game, but have we seen it recently? No, not really.
And we haven't seen consistently either. We know he can do it, but how consistently is he going to do that? Again, that's why I bring up I want to see a playoff run from this guy. Is he going to be able to do it in the playoffs consistently, or are we going to end up, doing another what we did with the Panthers in the first round a couple of years ago, where we just absolutely blew it?
I mean, I think at the end of when things are done with Swayman, he'll have a very similar career to like Tim Thomas, where he goes on that electric 2011 run where he just gets super hot. But I think that'll be like the one time Swayman's able to crack through and help this team win a Stanley Cup is like he just gets super hot one playoff run, and that's really what you needed in NHL. I'm not claiming to be like our hockey expert Matt Skillings isn't here today, but like to win in the NHL playoffs, you need to get extremely hot goaltending.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see them. What's up?
I liked Tuukka Rask.
Yeah, Tuukka was good.
He's really nice.
Super nice guy. He did kind of what I'm looking for here. I don't want to say like ruin things, but let us down in a couple of those playoff rounds.
So what?
I mean, duck boats.
I don't want to do it.
Call us up.
If it's a Super Bowl, I'm there. If it's not,
But we're kind of.
I'm gonna be honest. If the Celtics win, whatever the hell their game is, I will not be at the parade. Sorry.
NBA championship.
Yeah, that.
What?
The Larry O.B.
I'm not taking work off to go see a team that I don't know the name of anyone. I know 2 players, maybe.
Name them.
Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
You know a couple other. Come on. Who's the white guy?
There's a couple of them.
Who are the 2 white guys on the starting lineup?
I don't know.
PP. Who's PP?
I don't know.
Come on, PP. His initials are PP. He is the PP.
I know Jaylen Brown, and I know... Who's the other dude?
There's the obvious one.
Tatum. Sorry.
You got Peyton Pritchard.
Who?
Peyton Pritchard, PP. And then
what about PP?
What about Derek White?
Oh, no? Okay.
Do you know
this is low-key hurting me more than the Red Sox?
Do you know who? He's not on the team anymore. Do you know who Tingus Pingus was? Tingus Pingus,
big guy from Latvia.
He was on the championship team.
Oh, yeah. I just don't know his actual name.
Kristaps Porzingis is his actual name.
Oh, yeah. I know who that is.
But yeah, we all call him Tingus Pingus.
Oh. Yeah, no, I don't watch basketball.
But speaking
it's a shame because the Celtics are absolutely cooking right now. Tatum's return.
I find basketball boring.
Tatum's return from injury, and I know I'm like a Tatum glazer. Yeah, there might not be a better return from injury than Tatum's.
Or worse with Jason Tatum than I am with Trevor Lawrence.
There genuinely might not be a better return ever in the NBA history than Tatum.
So his nickname, the Anomaly. I think before the Anomaly definitely would have fit Wemby, because Wemby's a literal alien, and so I feel like that might fit him better. But now after what Tatum is literally doing right now, having an Achilles tear, coming back way before he should have, and literally putting up like double doubles, almost triple double type stats every single night, that to me is an anomaly. Like that's fucking cool. Take the bag off, Tom. It's annoying you. I can tell.
I just have to fix the AirPods. And also, from his rookie year to now, his playmaking, he throws some absolute dimes. That behind the back at half court to Jaylen Brown was gorgeous.
Hold on. Tom, take over for a sec. I gotta take.
No, you're good. So sticking with the Celtics and Jason Tatum, it's insane to see that this is where they are, considering where we were a year ago this time, a few months later, when Tatum tears his Achilles and you think the season's over, and Tatum, not only is he back, he's back at close.
Tom, hold on, breaking news. Hold on, show it on the camera. Okay, breaking news. My sister's FaceTiming me, and show the camera. She got a Roman Anthony bobblehead at.
Ooh, it's got the rookie card on it too, I believe.
Yeah. Lauren, that's a keeper. That's a keeper. Do not open the official number 19. Do not open that box. Keep it.
That's gonna be valuable in a couple of years.
Hold on, I need to tell her. Okay.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
I gotta go.
Type. I think it's the first 7,500 of the first 5,000 fans in Fenway tonight.
Yeah,
they're gonna get a Roman Anthony bobblehead, and I believe attached to it is a rookie card as well. Don't take that verbatim, but Josh's sister just pulled that, which is kind of cool. She's throwing the first pitch out tonight. But back to my Celtics and Tatum. It's incredible. Like, nobody in the NBA works as hard as Tatum to come back from that injury. He comes back. He's trying to play every game he can. He's not playing back-to-backs, obviously, but it really does give them the best chance to come out of the East. And what really bothers me is every morning on Get Up on ESPN, they do like a percentage guess, like a percentage ESPN analytics do like a prediction of who will come out of the East, and the Celtics are almost always third in that list, and I just don't understand it. Like, Detroit is the 1 seed, but Cade Cunningham has like a punctured lung, so who knows if he'll be 100%. The Cleveland Cavaliers have James Harden, who is a playoff faller, not a playoff riser, so I'm not worried about him at all. And then the New York Knicks, and I don't care what anybody says about last year's New York Knicks playoff series. The Celtics lost that series. The Knicks did not beat them at all. The Celtics played.
Yeah,
they beat themselves. They literally beat themselves because they shot the 3 ball so poorly. Like, they shot a historically bad 3-point percentage and lost themselves that series.
They did, and then if you look at the games when Jason Tatum went down, the Celtics actually picked themselves up on those games and actually pushed it to a much larger series. And so I think primarily that series was the Celtics shooting themselves in the foot, kind of taking that loss. I do want to just say, as a sick brag, my sister's gonna give me that bobblehead she just said.
Nice, put it up on the mantle.
I told her not to open the box.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
I got a
Celtics
Chara.
should be.
I'm not supposed to open that.
A what?
No, you can open that.
I got the Chara retirement one.
You can open it. It's just that it loses a lot of its value once it's out of the box if you plan to resell it at one point in time.
I'm so honest, I don't know where it is. I don't think I opened it.
I'm personally, when it comes to like my, collectibles and all my stuff, I'm not really a type of guy to like look for resale value. I like to collect my things like they're personal to me. I like to I want when I get my own, like if I ever have like my own little studio or anything like my own kind of room or whatever, when I move out, I want to have like a little shelf or like a little corner with all my stuff that I have on it. So I feel like I want to have my personal stuff on there. I don't really care how valuable it is. It's valuable to me. But
fair enough.
Back to the Boston Celtics.
I just want to run it back with the Knicks so bad this playoffs. I want to run it back with them. I want to kick the crap out of them.
Yeah. Who are they projected to face in the first round? Is it the Hawks?
I'm going to be so honest. I haven't looked at the playoff standings at all, which is crazy because I usually am like super locked in, especially at this time of year when the Celtics are pretty much like 4 or 5 games left to go in the season. Something crazy like that where it's almost playoff time. I usually like super hyper focus on who like the matchups are going to be. I just genuinely, I'm not afraid of anybody in the East at all, is what it comes down to. Like New York, who I want them to send Spike Lee and Timothée Chalamet crying back home on their Timberlands so bad.
I mean, if we're looking at the playoffs right now, it's really a toss-up of who the Celtics are going to be playing, especially with the play-in tournament being a thing. Philadelphia, Toronto, and Charlotte all have the same record at the moment, and then the Magic, Orlando, is literally 1 game behind Charlotte. So it's kind of a toss-up. If I were to pick one,
anybody but the Hornets.
Yeah, honestly, anyone but the Hornets. I don't really want to go against the Magic either. I would honestly like to see the Raptors in the first round, then the Sixers.
I do like kicking the crap out of Philly too.
That's the fun part, which is why I'm saying Philly second. I think the best chance you have is against Toronto, but Philly, man,
they should be in like an NBA dungeon for trading away Jared McCain to the OKC Thunder.
Dude, I was so upset that day. Like,
just poverty franchise.
I was so upset when they traded him away. Like, how do you
trust
do
the process?
that?
My ass.
There was no process. The process was never a thing.
I know Sara is not here, but when she comes back, we should probably get to the big debate soon if she has one. I don't know if she is prepared with one at all.
True.
We'll find out.
We'll find out in a minute. But are you like putting all your chips in for the Celtics?
Literally, like, I know it's crazy to say, it's NBA Finals or bust for me, the Celtics team right now.
Wow. Okay. And here's another thing I just want to hit on. I don't think so. If the Celtics were to lose in the playoffs, hypothetically,
Like, I'm not going to be heartbroken, but I'm just at the point where it's like, okay, you should beat everybody in the East. Like, okay, I'll be heartbroken, but it's not like, oh my God, the sky is falling like last year because Tatum went down. It's just, I think this team should realistically be in the NBA Finals. I don't think they're going to win it because I think the Spurs are just due this year with Wemby being like the best player on the planet.
I don't think it's going to be as bad as I was with the Super Bowl loss, but
no, it's just this really is a bonus year. This is a bonus year for Celtics fans, and I want them to maximize the most of it.
The Super Bowl was awful. That was so heartbreaking.
I do want to emphasize though that so back to my original point, if the Celtics do lose in the playoffs, I want to make this very clear. Based on how Jason Tatum is playing, if the Celtics lose, do not say that, oh, Jason Tatum was hurt, doesn't count. I don't want to hear that shit.
Because he's back, and he's proved that he's back.
Yes, he is back, and it's not like we're waiting for him to still adjust. Jason Tatum is back. He's back. He is a top 5 player in the league. He's right next with Jaylen Brown. They're a top duo in the league. They're the best duo in the league right now. And so if Jason Tatum has like one bad series and we end up losing because of that, I don't want to hear, oh, we lost that series because Jason Tatum is still recovering from an injury. No, if Jason Tatum plays bad and that's the reason why we lose the playoffs, the excuse is, there is no excuse. Jason Tatum played bad, not because he's recovering from an Achilles. He has recovered. So I don't want to hear, we have.
Do you think he's at 100%?
Because Tatum was out with an Achilles injury. No, Tatum's literally on the verge of dropping triple doubles.
Do you think he's at 100% though?
Yes.
With the trust in his leg. Do you think he 100% trusts? I don't know if he I think physically he's pretty much back to 100%. I don't know if he physically trusts that leg 100% yet though.
So I think he's back 100%. However, I do think there will always be kind of like that lingering PTSD factor of maybe he does boost off that leg that he tore. That when you jump off it, boost off it, take a step through, there is that always lingering PTSD of, ooh, I might tear it again because this is exactly how I tore it last time. So there's always going to be that lingering factor, which you may see here and there. But if we're just talking about his performance, Jason Tatum is 100%.
He slotted back in, and I know there was a big concern about the way he was just gonna come back in and like mess with the team dynamics. He slotted back in perfectly. He takes like 12 to 15 shots a night, and he just attracts so much defensive attention from the other team. And he's willing to move the ball around. Where he's literally close to like I don't know what his averages are, but if I had to take a quick guess, he's probably like 27-5 would be my guess.
And it's not even that he's like taking, like you said, he's not even taking away from the other team that much. Like Jaylen Brown is still playing like his MVP.
30 points per game.
Yeah, he's still playing like his MVP season like he's been having the entire year. And so, I mean, I could go on for days. I won't get into it too much.
He's averaging 20, 10, and 5, which is like incredible. I mean, his 3-point split isn't great, but he's struggling from behind the field. But we could go all day on this, Josh.
Yeah, but back to like my last point is I'm not going to go into it too far because I know we got to move on. But he hasn't tainted Jaylen Brown at all. The stupidest narrative I have ever heard while being a Boston Celtics fan for my entire lifetime is that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown cannot work together and that they were going to hurt each other on the court. Stupidest effing narrative I've ever heard, and the two of them are proving it wrong. I want an apology from everyone who spread that rumor around. Real
quick before we get to the big debate, because I know this is going to become a storyline soon. I don't know if you saw, but Giannis was talking about, he gave like huge praise to Joe Mazzulla and how he loves the mentality that Joe Mazzulla has, where it's all about winning. I can already see, and Josh, I can see the thought forming in your head too. I can already see the let's trade Tatum or Brown for Giannis. No.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that. No.
Giannis does not fit into the Mazzulla system, and you don't need him. You just don't unless you're going to go Brown, Tatum, and a combo, you don't need Giannis. And then you go, yes, it would be probably the greatest lineup of all time. If you could find a way to make it work, you couldn't on the salary cap unless they go way over the cap, the second apron, to go Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser, Tatum, and then you go Giannis at the 5 and go uber small ball. But even then, the thought of that does make me tingle a little bit, thinking about that sort of lineup. But Milwaukee won't move off of Giannis unless they get Tatum or Brown back, and I won't move either one of them for Giannis.
Yeah, neither will I. I don't think Giannis fits Mazzulla ball either. Mazzulla ball is very 3 heavy, and Giannis, that's not his strength. That's not a strong suit. And then I know, from a standpoint, depending on the season, Giannis can be an upgrade from either one of those two, depending on the season. But there's no reason to break them up. There's no reason to break these two up. They are the best duo in the league. They've brought a championship. They love working with each other. They've done great for the city. There's no reason to break them up. I don't care if because yes, Giannis can be an upgrade depending on who you're talking to. I don't think the upgrade is that big though, and I don't think it's that big of a payoff considering how big his salary is and the fact that he doesn't fit into the system very well. And if you want to go into the narrative of whose team is what with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, Giannis is going to want to take over this team. You trade Jaylen Brown for Giannis, I think Giannis and Tatum are going to butt heads for whose team this is because Giannis has controlled his own team, brought a championship to Milwaukee, and Jason Tatum did the same thing. So if you want to talk about how Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum can't work together, be a 1A and 1A system, you think Giannis and Tatum will? Good luck with that.
Yeah, I mean, the pick and roll would be nasty. Again, from an NBA fan's perspective, the thought of that just literally makes me tingle inside. But I would never move either one of them for Giannis. But Sarah, I know you're waiting patiently. Do you have a big debate today?
Kind of.
Okay. That's scary.
Add 2.
Okay.
Which is
two mini debates?
Are we going to debate the big debate?
You guys can pick.
Okay.
Either we can talk about if you guys think that female athletes should be paid the same as male athletes in professional. I'm not talking college. I'm not talking NIL. I'm talking professional, like WNBA, NBA. Should they have equal pay? Personally, I think they should. Or, which is more entertaining to watch, the NBA or NFL?
I mean, NFL is probably more entertaining to watch because they hit people.
So we're doing NFL?
Well, I'm just kind of thinking out loud here.
Oh, okay. We're just spitballing.
I think that one depends. Yeah. That one depends on who you ask. If you ask me personally, NBA,
you like basketball.
But if you were to ask, if you were to ask, the majority of just people in general in the United States of America,
they'll say
maybe I think maybe 50% of them, 60%, 70% would say football.
I think it's also the fact that we only get football for a very short amount of time. And I feel like all the other sports seasons are much longer. So football season is just a special time of year that people literally sit their ass on their couch all Sunday and watch football.
Yeah. You can get away with missing a couple basketball games. I'll admit I haven't seen every single Celtics game literally because I work a lot and I haven't got a chance.
Yeah.
But with football, it's every football week is must see. You can't really miss a game if you want to really get into the season where, with the NHL, NBA, and especially the MLB, you can get away with missing so many games and still get a very generic understanding of what's going on in the season. So I would say, from a personal standpoint, I'll say the NBA is much more fun. But if you're talking about the casual American, give me the NFL all day.
Yeah, I think I would probably lean NFL because they get to hit, and I think they do have that market cornered where it's okay. This is only one day, it's 3 days in the week, but mostly Sunday, and it's once a week, so it has that kind of, the same aura that having a designer bag has. You want to have it to have that aura where the NFL has that. Okay, it's special in a sense, a special event each week when Sunday football rolls around. But I think the younger generations, I think the NBA is more fun to watch because it appeals to that TikTok brand where something's always going on 24/7. In the NBA, the ball's always moving around. In the NFL, there's not a guarantee that every play is going to be a must-see play. A lot of plays end with a 3-yard run where it's a gain up the middle where it's ooh, that was not fun to watch at all. Or the tush push. The tush push is awful TV to watch. So I think in that sense, I think younger people would probably lean more NBA.
If you want to talk about awful television, then let's go to the foul baiting in the NBA. That's terrible to watch. That's awful.
You know how I feel about SGA. You know how I feel about SGA.
But I think another factor going into the NFL is that the NFL is flexing so much of their times now. Like, they want to have Wednesday games. They want to have more international games with all these funky times. And the international games are always in the morning, too. So it's kind of like, for the younger crowd who love to sleep in, they end up missing like all those international games. And so, but you look at every NBA game, the earliest NBA game will be like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock on like a Tuesday, which isn't really that bad.
So that's the thing, though, is that if you're a fan of that team that's playing an international game, you'll wake up and watch it.
It depends on who you ask, honestly.
If it's a real fan, like if it's like a fan like we're fans of the Patriots, we're gonna wake up and watch it.
Yeah, like I'll get up at 9 a.m. to watch.
I think. I mean, actually, how I feel about sleep.
No, I can actually slander Tom on this. Tom will take a nap at halftime and not wake up until there's 2 minutes left.
Halftime in the 1 o'clock games is nap time after a long night out. I will die on that hill.
You end up sleeping through the whole second half of the game pretty much.
It's perfect because it's literally perfect because I haven't done to a system. You wake up. This is if you go out Saturday night, late out till like 2 a.m., whatever it may be. You're having a good time with the boys or girls, or it's people in general, because who cares who it is. You go out. And then you get back, you go to bed, you wake up around 11:30, noon when the games kind of start to kick off. You eat your breakfast, you lay down on the couch, you put a blanket on, you enjoy yourself. Halftime rolls around, and halftime is when you close your eyes, you take your nap, and you can wake up, like, especially if it's a crummy first slate of games, you can wake up and be at, like, halfway through the fourth quarter of the games, and you can find the one that's really good going on. It's just mint.
I can guarantee you and I did not go out every single Saturday night. So
Sometimes I was working hard. Sometimes you just need to I mean, you might not have. I might have been going out Saturday nights.
I was going out with Saturday nights just as much as you.
I wasn't.
If not more than you, because
like,
you were working. If not more. I went out way more than you did.
Okay, but I was doing shit. Doing stuff. I mean, either way. But like I think from also like a huge way people consume sports now is like highlight clips, like full game highlights on YouTube, like TikTok, Instagram. And I think the NBA was the first team to really get into that, and I think they still lead. I still think they're the best when it comes to leading like the charge of getting the views on social media and things. But I think it is a good debate. I think obviously NFL is king when it comes down to ratings, when it comes down to most watched on like old school like streaming, television, cable. The NFL absolutely slaughters everybody. I mean, it dominates the TV cycle.
Talk about the Super Bowl, which is literally the most televised event.
Yeah, it's like the most important. Year. Like it is the advertisement for the Super Bowl is ridiculous. So I think in that sense, if you're going to go like most watched, you probably like lean towards that when it comes to advertisers, because the NFL is just such an event, where the NBA, like you said, Sarah, it's on so often you kind of forget when it's on sometimes.
Yeah.
But it is a fascinating question. I think it is a good debate.
Take the bag off.
Thanks. I just wanted a quick one. I figured that'd be quick.
I mean, and I think like the WNBA and the NBA one like being paid the same, like yes, they should be. I think it also comes down to like the WNBA doesn't bring in as much revenue.
Exactly. And I understand that. They
did just get a pay raise though, but all the ladies did just get a pay raise as of late in the new CBA.
Maybe start pushing the WNBA a little bit more. Like start advertising it more. Like we all know it is what it is. We know it exists.
I'm definitely on the side where they should be getting paid just as much. However, they literally can't. I dabble in a little bit of WNBA every now and then. I was definitely swayed, and this is my evidence that they should be paid just as much as the NBA. Going back to, I forget the year, but it was Steph Curry versus Sabrina Ionescu in the 3-point contest, and Sabrina Ionescu was offered to shoot from the women's 3-point line, and Steph Curry would shoot from the men's 3-point line. The men's obviously being further back than the women's. Sabrina would be closer to the hoop than Steph Curry. She denied it, shot from the men's 3-point line, and almost beat Steph Curry. She lost by like 3.
Damn.
She lost by like 3.
And they have a very marketable superstar in Caitlin Clark. Like she is really fun to watch.
She's awesome.
It's just a shame she was out most of her sophomore season.
Yeah, but if you ask me, they definitely should be, especially now that they are going to be getting 3 new teams in Cleveland, Detroit, and Philly. See, I remember. In the next 5 years, they'll be getting those 3 teams. But it's just definitely going to take time. Like they're league size too. I think they only have like
a little bunny.
They have like 12 teams, 14 teams. they don't even have conferences. I think they're literally just one big league size at the moment. Maybe I think they do have conferences.
I mean, I couldn't tell you. I'm not like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese.
Yeah,
I have very limited WNBA ball knowledge, I will admit.
Their season is also extremely short as well. Like, they do not play 82 games. Their season
they play in the summer, right? Which is I think that's a benefit because in the summer you only have baseball. So like that's again high marketing move by the WNBA.
High marketing move. But yeah, if you ask me, they should, but they literally can't.
Yeah, they just don't make the money yet. Eventually they'll have to make the money.
So cute.
Any last?
No, I think I'm good, Josh. You want to close this out?
Sure. Sarah, any last thoughts? Do we have a tone ender? Is that a thing?
I gotta go look at Airbnbs for Nashville, so I'm
fun. Oh, Nashville. NBA team should expand over there, if you ask me. Anyway, that's going to do it. Episode 45 of the Duckboat Dispatch. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure to follow us on socials at the Duckboat Dispatch on Instagram and on TikTok for all sorts of clips that we find here. We are on Spotify. Are we on Apple Music? No.
Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts. That's what I was thinking of. We are on those. A little bit of a pain to find, but if you're looking for the podcast, go to our Instagram. It's linked onto there. So if you can't find it on your Spotify or on your Apple Podcast, just go to the Instagram and click on the little link in the bio to find that. But always be sure to like, subscribe, as well as share. And as Tom says, be a friend.
Caring.
Be a friend. Tell a friend about the Duckboat Dispatch. And maybe next week when we record, maybe Tom won't have to wear the bag. Or maybe he'll have to wear the bag instead again. But that's going to do it. See ya.